Hi guys, I'm back again today with another video, and today we're checking out why the Dutch don't say sorry. This could be good or this could be not good because I'm thinking there's like a smart way. Like it's the Dutch, right? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because it is our low-key homeland that I have yet to visit. I'm not from the Netherlands, so I know of. I cannot trace any bloodline. I mean, I haven't tried from the Netherlands, but I have adapted myself as somebody from the Netherlands. So if you like it or not, right? Um, so I have the rights to say that um they're not doing this as a rude way. It's for a better reason. I think there's a greater reason because it's the Dutch. They're smart. They're not gonna, just be rude out of nowhere. Okay, but I don't know anything. So you guys let me know if I'm wrong. And this video is gonna explain also what it actually means. So before we do start off, forget to subscribe, click the bell button, and let's begin. Okay, I can use this.
May be a small country, but the Dutch are known for many things. Cycling, cheese,
Oh,
coffee
jeez.
shops, windmills, and being the tallest people in the world. But there's
Oh, I always forget this though. Like, you guys are giants. So I'm not from Netherlands, but still, okay, still doesn't prove anything. I love cheese, so counts. It counts.
cheese, coffee shops, windmills, and being the tallest people in the world. But there's one thing they rarely do. Dutch people don't say sorry.
Nee. Nou, dat kan ik me niet herinneren hoor.
Dat is een hele tijd geleden.
If they say sorry, they don't really mean it.
Experts like
What do
Saskia
you
Maarsen
mean?
say that there's a cultural reason for this.
The Dutch are known as being direct, which means that the messages are quite precise and clear. Whereas in most other countries, the communication style is indirect, meaning that, well, to understand that, you have to look to the underlying values. And in the British communication style, there's much more politeness, diplomacy, and tact. Whereas in the Netherlands communication style, if you look at the underlying values, it's about transparency and openness and honesty.
I asked people
Okay, interesting. But sometimes the people who are polite are the rudest, especially when people say, I don't want to offend you. And then they say the most offensive thing in the entire human race, right? They're like, no offense, but you look like shit. And you're like, well, offense has been taken. Like, if you didn't open your shitty mouth, I would have been perfectly fine, but you had to say it. And then you had to start with, no offense. I want to say this in the most politest way ever. I'm sorry, but you look like shimankles. And you're like, you know what? You could have just said it straight without all this sugary coat of, I'm sorry, I didn't want to offend you. Like, just say it freaking straight, right? I'd rather accept that. I feel like the people who say no offense, they just want to be rude, but they don't want to get punched in the face. That's why they say those things. Like, if you want to be mean, square up. Okay, take it. Why am I getting so?
people from other countries how they see this curious habit.
I was born in Indonesia.
I come from Maastricht.
I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
I come out from Syria.
I grew up mixed culture. There are two different sides because Indonesians are not direct at all, and we tend to talk around things, whereas the Dutch is really like, if you want to say something, say it to my face and be direct about it. Like, just get to the point. What do you want?
Are we a little bit rude, maybe?
Kind of. But I think it's a culture.
The younger are very good on their bikes, always saying sorry, and then some people, the older generation of Dutch, aren't. They don't. No.
En als iemand iets vervelends zegt,
hè, of in een gezelschap of wat dan ook, dan ga ik wel dat achterhalen. En dan weet ik ook de reden. Het kan een goede reden zijn, het kan ook niet zo goed zijn en dan zeg ik dat. Dus ja, ik ben wat dat betreft wel beleefd in die dingen, ja. Kan ik wel zeggen van mezelf.
This is actually a thing that we've been talking on the way here. How Dutch I can be with my directness, because sometimes under pressure I do tend to be very short.
No, 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 no. You don't use words.
Yeah, it's I'm sorry. Hey, there it is.
Of course, as with any trend, there are exceptions.
I have been dealing with Dutch 3 years. They often say sorry. I think she's more the one who says it. Yeah, she says it and she mean it.
Generally, they will say sorry, but only if they mean it. In the British communication style, sorry is a good word to use in order to be more diplomatic or polite. While we should say, well, you only say sorry if you're really sorry.
Als ik weet dat ik fout ben, zeg ik sorry. Ja. Ik ken heel slecht tegen onrecht, maar als ik zeker weet dat ik zelf fout ben, zeg ik echt, ja, dan zeg ik sorry.
This culture trend has a curious historical and
We didn't get
practical
translation.
origin.
The direct communication style is part of the consensus culture. If you look at the history, we have this one common enemy, which is the water. So centuries ago, the people were forced to work together to find solutions for the battle against the water. What they did is sitting around tables and having long discussions and long deliberations. And it was needed to be honest about your ideas and your thoughts and your opinions so they could find out a common solution. The other thing is, in order to take all the opinions, ideas seriously, people had to see each other as equal. And that still is. It is deep-rooted and it's still a part of the communication style.
Well, you came up to me once and you said that when you go to a place, a terrace or something, that no one is coming to you,
Yeah.
right? And you won't step.
I will wait until somebody shows up or I give up and leave.
Yeah, and I will confront them until they come.
Yeah, but that's Dutch.
This Dutch directness can cause translation issues, especially when talking with Brits, who don't always say what they think.
If you have a business proposal and the Englishman or woman says, well, that's very interesting, I will have a look at it. We really translate that, oh, that's interesting, so they are interested. While it could also mean, well, I'm not interested and it's a bad idea. And then the challenge for Dutch people is to find out what the real meaning of the words is. And we can both speak English, but it doesn't mean that we get the real message. And also, of course, for the people in the UK, it's challenging to not be that shocked because of the directness, because it's meant to be honest and clear, but it's often perceived as being rude and even arrogant.
Do we think that Dutch people need to say sorry more?
Nou, ik zeg meestal, nou, dat heb ik niet bedoeld of het spijt me.
Yeah, het spijt me is more serious than sorry. Het spijt me, yeah, it really comes from your heart.
Het spijt me. It involves more. It involves a story, a situation.
Sorry is sorry, but het spijt me, really, really sorry. Only say sorry if you really want to say sorry. Don't say it if you don't mean it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perhaps then we can all learn a little more from my culture and use the word sorry more carefully.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to use it a little bit more differently because I think I'm just used to saying it. It just comes out if I do any little mistake. Even if I tear a piece of paper, I say sorry to the paper I don't know, it just comes out, right? So I'll try to only say when I mean it's like maybe to the paper it could be meaningful because I don't know, the paper had a life and I'm here tearing it apart. So I think for papers it's fine. I can still say that. But for humans, right? I think I have to find the perfect situation, not just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I should only say when I'm like, if it's really deep, I think. I don't know if that will help anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to apologize for like being authentic. or saying something real. Obviously, I'm not gonna go around hurting people's feelings. That's not me. But the circumstance that is in my head right now is a friend got mad at me a long time ago because I don't use emoji in my messages. I You know what? Me and text messages or anything related to communication, I am bad, okay? Me and communication, we are not friends, right? I don't like phone calls. I rarely reply to text messages, so sue me. I'm emotionless when I message. Not necessarily. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of freaking smileys and hearts and rainbows and sunshine. But when I am messaging people, oh, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you, blah, blah, blah. I miss you, blah, blah, blah. Um, I'm in that mood. And also those type of emotions don't come out of me naturally. So when I say it, I mean it. Right? But this friend is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like you didn't. And she's a girl, okay? So I've been a guy, a girl. And she was like, I can't believe you didn't even put an emoji in your message. Like maybe she felt like I was very cold. I can understand that, but I'm not gonna apologize for being myself. Like if I don't use emoji, it's just an emoji. Like if you know me as a person, do you really think that's who I am in the text message? Like yes, it is me, but do you think like can you translate that knowing me as a human being face to face person, do you think me in a text message you can translate it as cold? Like if you truly are my friend, do you think the way you translated it is the right way? So I was like, nah bish, I'm not apologizing. And you can get mad because I didn't freaking use one emoji. Like yeah. Mm, me and you, we cannot be friends because yeah. But anyways, I don't even think that is um related to this. Let me know though. Like, let me know. Do you think I was wrong for not saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll use more emojis." Or do you think I'm wrong also for not using emojis in the first place? Or who who do you think is at wrong? Who are you in this scenario? Let me know. I will not judge, don't worry. I just want to know, right? I want to change my perspective of myself and the way I interact with other people because obviously the way I view the world might be wrong to others. So, yeah, it's a learning scenario for everyone. And let me know also if you have more context to how Dutch don't say sorry. Thank you guys for joining me on my daily runs. Yay! And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.